On Monday night, we went to the Empire in Sunderland for Bond night. Here's what happened. We are outside the Empire Cinema in Sunderland, ready to walk the red carpet, which they've laid especially for us, obviously, for the launch night of the 24th Bond film, Spectre. And we're excited. We're really excited. Are we going to go in?
Yeah,
We're going to walk the carpet. Here we go. This is it. So we're seeing it in about an hour's time. The hype levels are, well, they're through the roof. And there's a lot of people here. Everybody's come out in force, obviously, for the biggest film of the year. Easily.
For now, until a certain Star Wars. Biggest British film of the year, for sure.
Is there 24 Star Wars films, though?
There's not. No, there isn't. Not
many
24 James Bond films, though.
Not many franchises can say that, but anyway, as you can hear, it's very busy. There's got screenings every half hour till about 10 o'clock, I think. It's really exciting. So we're now up in the projection rooms of the cinema with the cinema supervisor, Ben Spence. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very good, thanks. Very excited for tonight. We're seeing Spectre in about 10 minutes. What's been happening tonight?
So tonight, obviously, we've got the launch of Spectre. Outside, we've got a red carpet for customers to come down. We've got 3 cars outside. We've got a Jaguar, Aston Martin and a Defender. So customers have been taking the photos with them before they come and watch the film, which has been fun. So we've got a busy end of the year, obviously Spectre, and then next month we've got Mockingjay Part 2, and we've made our own trailer for that, which is coming soon on our social media. And then, of course, end of the year we've got Star Wars. Tickets are on sale for that now, and already hundreds and hundreds have booked.
So this is it. Days, weeks, months, years worth of build-up, all leading to this moment. We are literally 10 minutes from seeing Spectre. We're so excited. Wish us luck. So after that, we did indeed see it.
Well, yeah, we did.
We did.
It was definitely Bond.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a Spectre, like.
And it's now time to hear what we thought. I'm assuming you've seen it by now, so it's not really going to be a case of should you go see it or not.
Again, I mean, it's the first weekend it's out, to be fair.
But we're going to talk about it now. It's time for this.
I've been here before.
Okay, I'm just going to put the music back up.
Yeah. But always... No, it's an awful song. It really is.
So we're still not struck on the song, first of all.
No.
Great instrumental, as you can hear.
It's a great instrumental.
It's a shame.
Except, as I said before, it hasn't got the wah that Live and Let Die has. It hasn't got the oomph.
It's after the For You.
Yeah.
If there was a climax or something, but no, there's not. It just goes...
I never shoot and miss. Just stupid little... I don't know. I mean, it's not one of my favourites. It's not terrible, but, you know, it's...
I certainly watched that sequence, really wanted to like it. And it's matched with some mad squid visuals.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's great visuals. But yeah, I mean, it's you know what Bond is by now. If you like Bond, you like him. If you don't like Bond, you won't like him. And the first thing here is that, as Liam pointed out, it won't change your opinion on this.
If you're not a fan of Bond for his sexual...
Oh, don't bring that into it straight away. Come
on. The way he puts himself about...
You always leave Jimmy alone.
Then you're not going to be... No. You know, it's a big criticism of Bond, and it's something that I saw all the way through the film, but...
I was more thinking of just the style of the film.
Well, Jimmy gets himself
the thing about him is, like, he does it all, and he kind of gets a free pass, and it's really annoying, because it's just... He's so suave and cool.
I wouldn't even bring that.
We've had this conversation, but it's you know, it's a 53-year-old argument now. And it's, you know, it's
24 films, 53 years. I mean, he's part of the furniture now, isn't he? It's a legacy spanning generation after generation. Yeah, you know the name, you know the number, you know his MO by now.
So what do we think?
It's a testament to the series that it's still kicking and looking as suave as ever, even so far after the line. And the fact that the showing all the time on ITV and constantly playing them all the time. I mean, it's sort of a Christmas staple now, isn't it? To have a classic Bond film on the telly. Sort of need it, really. I mean, but yeah, if you don't like the Bond style, this isn't going to change. However, the fact that the series is still going decades down the line and that it is a testament to it, this is no misstep. This is another one in the canon, another brilliant introduction to why it's still going for so long and why it's still going to continue being so good. You know, it's easily one of the best Bond films there is, for me at least, because it's got the action, it's got the excitement, it's got that effortless cool, it's got the Bond girls, the guns, the gadgets, it's got the exotic locations, all the trademark calling cards, they're all present and correct. None of them are missing. Everything you expect from this film, you get out of this film. So you pay what you see. Essentially, this is exactly what you pay to see. You pay to see Bond, you get Bond. They have not disappointed. Now, Sam Mendes especially was saying about, I mean, a lot's been made about the process of making this. Daniel Craig has been pressed himself a lot during the Spectre press tour to ask whether he'll be back for another one after this, and I'll leave you to look up all the stuff that he's
been under the same sort of scrutiny that a politician would get. He's been analysed very closely. Every little bit of body language has been like, oh, he looks a bit of a arrogant there.
Exactly. But
he has been shooting this film for a long time.
Certainly. One particularly graphic interview, I mean, you can search that up, you'll know what I'm talking about.
I think we may have mentioned it on the show a few weeks ago, and it's not good.
No, that was, he admitted that in an interview further down the line, that interview was partaken 2 days after an 8-month shoot had just finished, so you can guess why he was stressed and probably why he said that. But the fact that he has been pressed so hard, I think that just shows how much people love him, really, because they want him to commit this future, just like with Sam Mendes, like I was saying, because they're both very in demand and they will lose something if they both move on. But this is a film that, I mean, it is vivid, but on the evidence of this film, I hope he stays on at least for another one, because he looks more comfortable in the role here than he has ever looked. He uses all of the hallmarks that make Bond who he is, and he's completely confident in how he does it. He's got the swagger, you know, he's equally as comfortable shooting a gun as he is having a chat with a drink in his hand, or, you know, getting along with his female friends, you know, to put it in a suave way. But what? What?
You have to admit.
Well, yeah,
he's dodgy.
He's dodgy, but you know, I'm saying there surely won't be many who dislike Craig's Bond after this. For people who are Bond fans, you know, he brings that hard-shitted reality that the Craig has come to be defined by since the post Casino Royale Bond identity. You know, influence.
He makes it look very easy.
He makes it look very simple. You know, I mean, that Skyfall shot in the last film where he just jumps off a tree and lands in and just does his cuffs. That was the moment when, you know, yeah, Craig's going for it. But he's got that trademark vulnerability, and he's also got a lot more humour as well, which is much more welcome, because you do laugh a lot more than this. Probably all three of the previous Craigs combined, really, because you do laugh a lot more. The whole cast of the MI6 gang from Skyfall are back. You've got Ralph Fiennes, Naomie Harris, Ben Whishaw, all settled in, having a lot more to do. Whishaw especially gets some fantastic scenes, and when the three of them are together, they're
he's one of the,
really
the key factors in it being funny.
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
Well.
Yeah. So in Spectre, we've got Bond chasing after a shadowy organisation who may just be behind all of his pain, as the author of all your pain in the trailer, and he has to unravel that, going on a typical globetrotting adventure mission,
the typical
to find out
Bond travelogue
to find out just how his past has been affected by this organisation and how evil they are. Essentially, that's Bond. This is what you expect. You've got the megalomaniacal organisation and Bond going after them. Yeah, but they've all got a lot more to do, and this time around we've got Leah Seydoux and Monica Bellucci in as the Bond girls, and I'll let you get to that, obviously. Leah Seydoux as the doctor daughter of an old enemy, which is, we're spoiler to say. Bond has to protect her to help unravel the mystery, and Monica Bellucci, who's finally in a Bond film, she excites in a disappointingly brief appearance as a widow in Rome. But Bellucci and Craig have chemistry that absolutely sparkles with electricity. They're so good together, and Seydoux and Craig are fantastic and equally capable pairing as well. They both have equal amounts to do. They're both good. She's just as good with a gun as she is with her intelligence, so you can very much stand up to him. Andrew Scott's character Max Denby, is a new power figure in British intelligence, and him and Fiennes get some really great scenes together where they butt heads. One of the best lines in the entire film comes from that as well, so that's really good to see. Dave Bautista is brutally fast, violent and capable as the new sort of Jaws successor henchman, Mr. Hinks, as well. And then there's Christoph Waltz, as Franz Oberhauser, who has connections to Bond, and he's just absolutely, he's got the menace, he's got the rat-like posture, he's got the...
It's everything you ever want from a Bond villain. The
it's easily, you can see why he's the two-time Oscar winner. You know, he's chilling, he's cold, and he hangs over the film like a Spectre, I guess. But but the whole film ties the plot elements of Craig's Bond together beautifully and gives some great closure from the story threads from Casino Royale up to now. And it does what it should. It is a satisfying end to Craig's story if it ends there, and that's exactly what I wanted from Spectre, because it's just so wonderfully fun.
It has
predictably.
It has that note about it, but
Absolutely, I mean, it's a fantastic top-to-bottom casting. It looks great. Obviously, Sam Mendes back after Skyfall, looking great. We've got Hoyt van Hoytema behind him as well for cinematographer, following on from Deakins with Skyfall. Any amount of shots you could frame on your wall, but it's a furiously entertaining film that, despite the fact that it is the longest of the entire Bond
Only
series
just.
so far,
Only
just, but
just.
it still is the longest. It rarely feels like it's wasting a second of that time as it goes from Mexico City to Austria in typical Bond fashion, and I'm thankful for that, because I don't think there's been a more talented Bond team in front and behind the camera in a long time, or ever even in the Bond franchise. It's a brilliantly good time if you can have to narrow it down to just one line, sorry.
I like I think obviously it's a post-Snowden film. It's what's being called, you know.
Yeah,
I like that it's aware of surveillance and it incorporates that into the film.
Yeah.
And I think, despite the things that I've said, I'm not going to go over because you're just going to tut at us again.
No, I want to see it.
No, I'm not going to go over it again. It's basically all I've said, but like, you know, you can't argue with that. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely not. No.
Yeah, but you know, as a piece of cinema, I have very few arguments. Anyway,
I mean, the way you described it was sexual politics, didn't you?
Well, I just think the scene where the part that I'm referring to, people who have seen it, you know, a big incident happens and then he goes, "What do we want to do now?"
Yeah.
And then, you know, it cuts to them.
Yeah, no, but
whatever.
We'll have opinions.
Joe.
Yep, a lot less darker than the previous three, which was very nice. It did at times feel like a very old school James Bond. It did seem to kind of tick off the old boxes, you know, had the henchman, had the villain, had the lair, had, you know, the two Bond girls this time.
Bond
One
girls.
severely underused, yes, one of
Monica
Bellucci,
Bellucci.
which is, I guess it's reasonable, but still kind of annoys us. I don't know why, it just does.
Yeah.
But it does have some negatives to it, which I can't really see at the minute because it's too fresh.
Okay.
So I can't really spoil anything.
No.
But I will say yes, I was thoroughly entertained all the way through.
That's the thing. It is entertaining.
It is.
You can have as many problems with it as like the things that I've mentioned. It's just so entertaining, and you know, for 2.5 hours long, I've seen films that are 90 minutes. I mean, Pan springs to mind. That felt like days.
This flew. Yeah.
I mean, it's certainly a lot lighter and it's not as dark, but it's got its sort of crunchy
Oh
moments.
yeah, it does have moments.
Batista adds a lot of that. He's got that sort
It's
of.
definitely a Jaws successor. It's
Yeah.
like the train fight from Russia with Love, heavily
I
inspired.
think he's excellent. You know, they wanted somebody's martial arts experience, and you know, he brings
He's
a lot
got
of
wrestling
heft to it. Yeah.
I think it's because all the things are in place. You know, M's like the new M and
Yeah, I'm saying because it, like,
Moneypenny,
obviously they
everything.
reset the clock, didn't they, after
Yeah.
Skyfall, so it's a lot more.
So it's a lot more normal, old
Yeah.
schoolish kind of
A lot
Bond.
more
You do get that kind of feel. Yeah.
I think Craig has one more left in him. While it did finish on a good note, and he will be 50 by the time the next one comes out, I think he still looks so cool.
Oh,
He
does
still
look
does
so
it. He
weathered,
still
though.
does it effortlessly, and I think if he does one more while he's still on top, then I think that would.
I
be
don't
it.
want to look
Although
like Roger Moore in a View to
I
Kill, where he's
would
just
want to see
always-
somebody else, but also I don't want them to. I wouldn't want them to risk it and bring somebody in who isn't good, because I think Craig still is.
Yeah.
But
No, Craig's the man still now.
Craig still is the man.
He's
And
got
I think
his-
I think Mendes still is the man. You know, he's very.
Well, he's still got swagger
he's a
in his
fantastic
step
star.
and bullets in his gun. He'll
You know,
always be James.
he's a theatre director.
Exactly,
It's
yeah.
certainly got that sort of style to
And
it.
he can handle the pressure. He's clearly done it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he's you know, he said last time he wouldn't do another one. This time, at least, he's saying, "I'll think about it."
Bond in the past has often had questionable acting, so to have such a talented cast this time, proper theatre actor, proper established actor, I mean, Ralph Fiennes especially, as James King said last week when we spoke to him, he picks his roles very sort of, well, choicely.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that he can attract such talent in front and behind the camera to make something so memorable and just riotously fun. You know, it's a proper weekend, weekday, weeknight movie.
If you've not seen Spectre yet, would you recommend it?
Yes, absolutely.
Certainly.
Yeah.